Now it's pretty obvious, but people have emotions. Happiness, sadness, anger, and all that good stuff. When something happens, good or bad, you'll tend to react. When you see a puppy or kitten, there's a good chance you'll react with an "aww." When you're cutting food and you accidentally cut yourself, you'll react with a shriek of pain and try to clean the cut up and bandage it. Depending on the situation, your face will show a reaction you might not be wary. Hello, Magi here, and in this list, I'll be showing people whose emotions are rather expressive, for better or worse. So without further ado, let's begin the top 10 reactions Touhou pictures. Number 10. Now when it comes to the official Touhou games, one thing that's always on our minds is who the new playable characters will be in the future games. With Reimu and Marissa in majority of the games, it usually leaves little room for other people to join in the main games. The fighting games have more leeway as you always need a decent amount of characters for it. If you've been following the playable characters for the main games, they tend to be human. So when a yokai takes a spot like Aya and Chiruno did in Hidden, I can imagine many people reacted in many ways. I included back when I was in Vietnam. Hell, I made a bloody video about it. So let's showcase a girl getting her spotlight. Akate wa Manjoku, so make me a playable character in the next game. Just kidding. Oh, really? Then you'll be playable the next game. When I learned Raisin was going to be a playable character, I was pretty damn excited. I'm sure Raisin herself was excited as well. Or more like shocked in this case. Number 9. When it comes to events, maybe a more competitive one involving teams, it's always best to bring your A game. For one, the results not only affect you but your teammates as well. It appears some people didn't get this obvious memo. Oh boy, where to start? Well, Kokuma is like, what the? Orin is like, oh boy, this can't be good. And I'm sitting here thinking, fucking hell, that's damn impressive. Why? Well, firstly, they're sleeping while standing. That's something else, alright? I think it would be hard to do, but I could be wrong. I've never tried to sleep while standing before. Not only that, their awesome expression is frozen while sleeping. Goes to show you if you slack off as hard as these two, you could achieve anything while sleeping. Whether that's a good or bad thing. Number 8. Do you remember when you were a kid and your parents fed you stuff you didn't want to eat, but you had to because it was healthy for you and whatnot? Yeah, I remember that shit. As an Asian, you had the choice to eat it or get an ass whooping. As the intelligent 6-year-old I was, I clearly chose the ass whooping. I wasn't exactly the brightest of people back then. Aside from my story, when it came to those foods, probably vegetables, if you weren't a fan of them, you looked at it with disgust. Well, even yokais are not immune to this. While it's not vegetables, I'm pretty sure Kagero isn't exactly in the mood to eat her friend. Nor is Wakisaki Hime happy to be naked in front of Kagero. I like how Kagero is looking at her supposed owner like, the fuck, bro? Honestly, if I were in her position, I'd definitely do the same. Number 7. With the world as big as it is, you're going to meet a lot of different types of people. Some may be more energetic while others may not be so social. And then you have the batshit insane people. Those are usually people you want to steer away from if you want to keep your sanity. Well, it looks like for this person, that wasn't the option. Having a head that's detachable has its pros and cons. This is most certainly a con. I have to ask, what the bloody hell did Sekibunki do to deserve this? As if this wasn't bad enough, Dayuse is way too happy about this. But if you've been following me for a while, then you won't be surprised at her behavior. What the fuck? Dayuse! Doesn't matter where it is, Dayuse is one fairy you don't want to be near with. Number 6. There's something I want to say before we continue on. Never, ever trust a works cover. This should probably be in a top 5 Touhou Doshin works, but we'll work with it. So this work is called Scarlet Devil Hell Mansion, created by IKC. You see this cover, right? A cute Romelia. Nothing wrong with that. Let's start with the first page. Alright, so far, so good. Although Mei Ling's face is rather... yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Let's get to the next page. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what nightmares are made out of. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Freddy Krueger had nightmares from this. That shit ain't normal. And Mei Ling has the absolute perfect reaction if anyone saw this Reimu. They say there are fates worse than death, and seeing Reimu certainly looks like it. Number 5. Now when you think of Yuka, the first thing you immediately assume is someone who's gonna rip your bloody throats out if you dare mess with any flowers. While that's an understandable thing to believe in, I'm here to prove you wrong. You see this shy looking person? Does she look like someone who will kill you in a heartbeat? Clearly not, because Yuka right here is a... oh, what the bloody... run, you assholes, run! I stand corrected. You see this face? There's 2 outcomes from it. 1, you'll die. Or 2, you'll die. Slowly. Or whatever other crazy shit is going to happen when Yuka gets her hands on you. And this is what happens when you try to defend someone. It turns out badly. Number 4. Pets are awesome, loyal, and pretty damn adorable. When they're sleeping, there's 2 things you can do. 1, leave them and do something else. Or 2, look at them and marvel at how bloody adorable they are. This picture is based from another dojo word called Today's Weather Will Be Cloudy with a Chance of Bonito Flakes, created by Hokuto. Is a work that features a sleeping Chen. Let's just say it was more than what Ran could deal with. And while I can understand wanting to poke her cheeks as she's cute, it's best to let her sleep or things might not turn out well for ya. Art thou the one who disturbs my slumber? The way Yukari's face looks absent of the pain while Ran is bloody horrified at the scene just sells it for me. Like, honestly, how the hell did you come back after something like that? At least she repaired it in the end, so that's something, right? Number 3. Now I've never been camping before, so there's not much I can say regarding it. So my understanding is you go outside, chill in the great old outdoors, and hunt for your own food or something like that. If I'm correct, then it's something I'd never want to do. I love my computer way too much. If you guys enjoy it, that's cool and earn my utmost respect. For this person though, I'm sure they'll be attending the great outdoors more often now. Well, you can't say that Yuyuko doesn't work for her meal because holy bloody damn. I love all 3 faces here. Yomu is like, what the hell? The bear is like, oh shit. And Yuyuko's like, oh boy, caught myself some dinner. See what you will about Yuyuko's appetite, but you gotta admit, it's pretty badass for Yuyuko to be carrying the bear like that. You know Yuyuko's been hitting the gym. My question is, does Yomu know any bear recipes? If not, then it's a good time to experiment. Number 2. The Scarlet Devil Mansion employs a bunch of maids, but the best of them would have to be Sakya. With the title as the elegant and perfect maid, plus time-stopping ability, you're going to have a real tough time beating a resume like that. Regardless, no one is perfect, not even Sakya, as her behavior can rather be sketchy at times. While Flandre is looking ever so proud of what she did, Romelia on the other hand is not amused by it. And then there's Sakya, and she's a little too excited at what had befallen Romelia. Sakya, I know you adore your master and all that, but it's probably best if you don't react like that, or else.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Trust me Sakya, it's best if Chris doesn't show up or things can get messy. Number 1. Now this last one will be based on another doujin work, the Komeijis 2, created by Give Yu Choko. That was annoying to say. Anyway, at the time of this recording, it's only a sample, so more pages could be added to the future. But anyway, the premise is Orin is watching over a 2-year-old Koishi. Let's just say dealing with a 2-year-old Koishi is no easy task. Alright, let's get to the main part. Did I manage to lose her? But I don't see any signs of her chasing me. What the hell is she doing? Huh? That's the painstakingly assembled piece by piece over a period of a year and 3 months dinosaur skeleton specimen. What is she planning to do with... She can't be. Hiya! Smash! Well, fuck me! No, seriously, that's the bloody line. That's like 90% of the reason why I chose this to be my number 1. It's not every day you see Oren swearing like that, but given the circumstances, I don't blame her. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Which pictures do you think had the best reactions? Do you think Kagero hates her owner now? Are you worried that Socket took it too far that Chris Hansen had to come in? Or do you think shit's gonna hit the fan when Koishi's mom comes home? Like always, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, or else Reinu might show up. And trust me, you really don't want her to. Either way, this is Magi and thanks again for watching.